has been one game away multiple times to close out a series. Can they do it against Reciprocity? We get things kicked off in game one. Already Complexity putting on the pressure, and the Des touched on it there at the end. They did look pretty good earlier on today.
Yeah.
It might be the best form that Complexity has had all season.
And Complexity, I mean, they almost won that series so early on against Mouse. I remember in Game 4, it came down to a 1v1 play from Flakes and Speed. Flakes couldn't get the flick, but he had so many chances that game to end it for them. So they just barely managed to lose that, and Mouse snuck away with the win. But Complexity, I mean, they've got some kind of fire under their belt right now.
See if they can transfer that into a win here against Reciprocity, and that would definitely help shake things up in the European side. A great pass from Flakes over to Magnus. Back to Flakes. He got everyone to fight on the pass, and Complexity goes up first.
And there it is. We didn't see any of this at the beginning of the season, but now Complexity, they're starting to show off with great passing. The give and go between Flakes and Magnus, that is beautiful. You want to see that from them.
And the crazy part about the Complexity team here is that they had a pretty good offseason in the beginning. When they came out of RLCS, they were a strong team. At DreamHacks, they looked good. But then they come into RLCS and they've struggled. And maybe this is a return to form for them now.
And I think we had that expectation for Complexity. And Veloce actually kind of swapped spots with them. I think a lot of us could have, definitely seen Complexity being up there as the top team.
And everyone again gone for Reciprocity. That was a free shot for Flakes, who couldn't put it on target. Didn't get enough power. Reciprocity feeling a bit of pressure early on here in game one. Here's Fruity. Can't get a touch out, and it's Greasy. Cleared away. Farah. From his own corner, over to Fruity. Fruity into the Complexity corner, and Greasy there to clear it out, and up and over everyone. Chaussette had to come through. Flakes on the flip. Can't get it. And Fruity and Chaussette there to clear it away. Greasy on the clear. Now Reciprocity looking to break down the Complexity defense, but everyone backs off. Chaussette there to clean it up, just past the halfway point. Farah off the back wall. Magnus can't do much with it either, so Reciprocity has spent a little bit of time downfield on the Complexity end, but can't do much. Here's Flakes with a double tap off the back wall, and immediately is able to score.
And you gotta respect Flakes. He has hit this so much, but coming in clutch in this series right off the bat. Game one, a follow-up off the backboard. Flakes, a mechanical legend in the making right now.
Absolutely is. Did a great start for him, 2 goals in his name. But I was about to say, Reciprocity have been able to get onto the Complexity side, but haven't been able to keep possession.
Yeah.
Seemed a little bit disorganized on the attack.
And I mean, this is a huge matchup for both teams. Complexity still looking to get their first win in the season. Maybe have a chance here. And Reciprocity, they need the match, and they're trying to take that #1 spot in league play. And the double demo from Chaussette.
The follow-up there was from Fruity, but it was weak and cleared away by Flakes.
Oh my goodness.
Here's Farah. Can't get that one off the back wall. Complexity struggling to break this one out. Here's Farah crossing the box, and a perfect shot to the right corner gets Reciprocity on the board.
That was about 3 demos in 15 seconds, and the pressure was on. You know the rotations broke off, no boost around. And Reciprocity, they had to have gotten a goal there. There was just such a low chance for them not to score.
So Reciprocity finally able to respond, and this one off the kickoff, Magnus puts it into the corner and takes away that back boost. Here's Flakes. Greasy all the way up. Now Magnus. Farah there. Only 30 boosts left to work with, and does at least get it over the half line. Greasy there to clean it up. Flakes the shot, and it goes in off of Chaussette's touch. A 3-1 lead for Complexity.
Flakes, the respect given to him, Chaussette must have thought this was in, especially if you see Flakes in the air shooting. I don't believe it would have gone in. It probably would have bounced down off the ground, but Chaussette, from his point of view, you got to give him some kind of credit, because at that perspective, you think it's going in. You just kind of have to go for the save at that point.
It wasn't immediately in. It might have bounced in off the crossbar for Chaussette. It's a tough position to be in. Now trying to make up for it, gets the bump. Here's Farah, opportunity now for Reciprocity, goes off into the corner, met by Greasy. Fruity and Farah trying to break through, can't do so. Chaussette, lots of time to work with. Tried to pick a spot. Flakes there to intercept. Fruity, now Farah off the back wall, Chaussette's there.
It is.
But nothing put on target. And Complexity given a little bit of space here. That's one, but not two. Here's Chaussette, and a flip, and over Magnus, and Reciprocity get their second goal.
Off of another demo play, but Chaussette, this shot was good enough even without the demo. We got the flip reset, and he nails it into the back of the net. 48 seconds left. Reciprocity, they've had good pressure this game.
Yeah.
It just comes down to those punishing shots that Flakes, the man with the hat trick, has put in.
After their first goal at the 157 mark, Reciprocity has really turned it on and creating a lot more dangerous chances.
Yeah. Could be another opening.
Magnus met by Farah, but this one comes out. Now Chaussette, it's just Flakes in the back. Chaussette on the early flick, Flakes there, to clear it away. A hard shot from Fruity, gets all three of Complexity to jump. Farah all the way up, drops it down for Flakes, who clears it away and gets a dunk. Opportunity here now for Complexity. Flakes is there with no boost, can't do it. Now Farah by one. Chaussette there to support. He's got Fruity on his right. The pass comes through, but it's immediately snuffed out by Greasy. 5 seconds left. Complexity hanging on to their lead here. Magnus is going to boom this one to the wall. Reciprocity's got to go all the way across the field, and Complexity going to let it drop, and they'll take game one.
Complexity looking strong, and Flakes, you see him in the front there, a hat trick for him. Definitely popped off, but it wasn't just him. He had one individual solo play and also a great shot, but they also got that first initial give and go between him and Magnus. Everybody getting involved, and Complexity, they're looking much stronger right now against Reciprocity, a team who has been going for demos, and Chaussette, he's gotten that nutty flip reset as well.
And a great passing play here to start things off. Thanks over to Magnus, who is wide open, and instead of just ripping that shot immediately, he gives it back to Flakes there on the near post. It's perfectly set up. And everyone bit on Reciprocity as well. Everyone saw that pass, and they thought maybe Greasy was going to take that shot. But the selfless play comes out, and Flake scoring all three of the goals. But like you said, it wasn't just him. Everyone involved for Complexity. Magnus assisting the first one, Greasy on the second. So for Complexity, again, it's another good game from them here. This isn't a poor game. Things started to get away from them a little bit there at the halfway point. Reciprocity started to figure them out. They started to heat up on offense, but the defense was holding strong for Complexity, which has been a big point of contention for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just comes down to right now, if Reciprocity are going to warm up, I think the defensive mistakes, like you said, everybody bit at that give and go, and the passing was great there, but, you know, ideally you'd want to have communication to the point where you can have somebody at least trying to get an interception on the pass. But their demos came through. Chaussette was shooting really well, and then even on defense, that one mistake where he just barely hit it in, it's just unfortunate at what point could he just not make any clear. So it's definitely close. I'm just curious to see who's really going to start out swinging right now, because both teams have a bit of momentum.
Well, Chaussette trying to make the difference as he flicked over and then bumped one. This one's still dangerous now for Reciprocity. The team sitting 3-1. Looking to make the World Championship as soon as possible. That one's a free ball off the crossbar, but Magnus can't get the shot with power, and Fruity clears it away.
A good opening. Magnus, like you said, he just got such a slow shot. Greasy did a great job there of beating out the defender, opening up space for Magnus, but the shot was just too slow.
Farah for the back wall. Flakes does well to keep this one. Greasy goes as well. Here's Flakes. Buying time. Pass over to Magnus.
There it
goes
is.
past, but a great save by Chaussette off the post. And Reciprocity able to break out. Here's Flakes by himself once more. Tried to go past Fruity, couldn't do so. Close call for Reciprocity. Still Complexity knocking on the door. That one's high. And Chaussette tried to take that one away. Flakes looking for Magnus. Opts not to go. Now Chaussette had a bit of time. Pass across does come through, but turned away by Flakes. Fruity, no boost for him. Farah can't get a hold of it as well, and it's a free ball in the midfield. Greasy takes it. Chaussette takes control off the back wall, and another touch goes by Flakes. Both teams vying for possession at the moment, waiting for that mistake.
Yeah, and there were definitely openings. Magnus already, he's got 3 shots. 2 of those were pretty quality. He had a great opening, just could not find the back of the net. Slow shots and also accuracy plaguing. But here's another chance for him. Chassette's there, who's been consistent all of game 2. Chassette getting that crucial save earlier.
Well, both sides have done well to generate at least one tough chance.
Yeah.
For the defense. Reciprocity only sitting at 1 shot at the moment. Greasy tried to pass this one across. Complexity very patient, sitting in the midfield line. If it's not 100%, they don't want to bite. Flakes using the space he's been given, and Fruity just comes away and takes it off to his head. Reciprocity now. An attack from Farah off the back wall, cleared away by Magnus. This one all the way back to the Reciprocity side. Fruity, long clear down. Farah's up for it, gets the demo. The Airbus comes through and takes out Flakes.
You know, I was gonna say, I didn't think he was cleared for takeoff, but he actually was, and he didn't even want the ball.
Oh
he goes for the demo in the air and snipes him.
That is the most Farah play I've ever
He doesn't even want the ball.
And
just
it's
going
so smart.
for the demo. It was.
So smart.
And it's difficult to pull off, and he does so.
Complexity trying to answer back. And Greasy just trying to slow him down, but it sets up Fruity downfield. Here's Flakes trying to do it himself. No boost for Greasy. Now Magnus, Complexity. Got just under 2 minutes to work with here. Plenty of time to get one, and they've had most of the opportunity in game 2.
Yeah.
Here's one from Magnus, but Chassette comes through.
And all these Reciprocity goals have been started from demos, the physical play coming in.
Magnus on the clear, and you're right, Turtle. The first attempt that Reciprocity had was Chassette trying to bump away the last defender right off the kickoff. Magnus gets by 2. Flakes looking for Greasy, and Greasy couldn't catch up to that one. The pass not strong enough. Here's Magnus. It's coming off the ceiling. Flakes there to help out. Great first touch to get away, but no one on the follow-up there. A minute left now for Complexity. Can they find some offense here? Here's a dangerous shot, but blocked away. Chassette still on it, pops it up. And look how far back Reciprocity are here.
Yeah. Just trying to stall out the game right now. Farah going for more demos, gets one on Magnus. And so far, just constant pressure, great time waste. And it's not like Reciprocity are just handing the ball over and waiting. They're keeping possession, trying to still pull one in. And keeping the aggression up, which is what you want to see towards the end of a game. Don't just constantly respect them. Fruity getting another demo there.
And hot on the tail of Greasy there. Farah can't go through Flakes, and Flakes trying to catch up to this one just to force the 50. He gets it, tried to get the bump across the net. 20 seconds left now for Complexity, but everyone wins. Chassette is going to be tough on the angle. Flakes racing back, misses the touch. Farah coming through. Can't put it on target. Now 10 seconds left. Maybe the last try here for Complexity. Flakes pops it up.
This could be it.
Got Greasy. Flakes there again in the corner, and this one popped up to the back post. Magnus can't get to it. It was tough either way, and that one's going to drop for Reciprocity. A 1-goal win in game 2.
Reciprocity, they respond back, and Fruity towards the end there. He got the most important touch of the game almost, because that ball was coming through. Complexity, they beat out 2 of the defenders. Thankfully, he's there to get the save. And so far, that's pretty much what I expected, because Reciprocity, I mean, in game 1, it felt a little bit uncharacteristic with a few misses on defense. And let's take another look at this Airbus, like you said, going in the air.
Oh my.
That is how you take out somebody. It's one thing to go for the ball, right? But to try and predict how somebody's moving in the air, I mean, come on.
The heat-seeking missile, and he takes out a defender. And for Reciprocity, that's all it took. And you know, Farah's going to sit here on the bottom of the leaderboard with 166 points. He had 1 save and 2 shots.
As if he cares about points.
Oh, absolutely. That's what the point I'm making.
Yeah.
He's the reason why Reciprocity scored their goal.
And that's one of the main things about, I mean, you don't get points for demos. There's a lot of things in this game where it doesn't distribute points based on, you know, what you're doing. Obviously, goals are prioritized and the most important thing. But at the end of the day, if you're making plays like that and sniping somebody out of the air, Farah, and that's, I don't know, it's kind of been an adjustment this season because I've known Farah to be, at least in my opinion, previously was more of a passive, slow player who would try and interpret the game a little bit more. And now it seems like he's pushing up and taking that aggressive role while Chassette's hanging a lot more back. And Farah, he's going for demos all over the place. He's trying to see where he can make openings without just touching the ball, and that's great. So it's a weird but unique play style from him.
And it absolutely works for Reciprocity.
Yeah.
Into game 3, a tie series. And it was a very measured approach from Reciprocity in that last game.
Yeah.
Complexity had a lot more of the chances, at least in the shots, and they just couldn't convert.
And I thought Magnus, I mean, if he could just get a little bit more of some better shots in, he had some great chances there set up from Greasy and Flakes. It just comes down to if he can really put those in.
Chassette picking this one up for Reciprocity and dunked away by Flakes. Magnus trying to get on top of that one into the shooting point. Complexity, while they've already played a series, they came into this week, Greasy, with 8% shooting. It's been rough for Complexity, and you can see why. Here's Fruity into the corner. And Fruity again. Great defense. Single man on 2 plays there. Farah. Fruity now in the midfield. Reciprocity ramping up their attack here. Very slowly moving down the field, trying to spread out this Complexity's defense. Chassette didn't pick up the boost there, only had 15 left, but a great pass over to Fruity. Farah here to clean up, picks it up.
Follow.
Second touch off the back wall, looking for a follow-up once more. It doesn't come through. Now Complexity back the other way. Can they put some sort of counterattack on? Chassette does well to slow it up, but dunked away by Flakes. Can't follow it up off the back wall there. Still tie game.
And the control from Reciprocity, I mean, they're taking it slow. Their approach is as patient yet explosive. I feel like when they do find something to exploit, they really take advantage of it. But other than that, it's not like they're trying too hard to exert themselves into areas they shouldn't be in.
Magnus couldn't do much with that one. Tough break there for Flakes as it comes off the crossbar. This one thrown toward the Complexity side, and Magnus trying to land on it. Almost got the pinch past Chassette. Here's Flakes. He's dangerous in this position. Can he go up and over? He does off the back wall. No follow-up from Complexity. That one's actually going to go on target there from Magnus. Fruity does make the save, and Farah here off the back wall. Magnus once more to Greasy. Flakes there at the top of the box. Can't get it. Now Farah. It's on for Reciprocity, immediately shut down. Now Chassette with 0 boost. Here's Farah. Reciprocity now. Clamping down on Complexity. Things are breaking down on defense. Still very measured from Reciprocity. Not committing too many players downfield, and it's working. Farah now.
Yeah.
Dangerous ball. Flake's got to go off the inside of his goal. Chassette takes this one away.
Chassette, he in particular, has been so consistent on the backboard, and I love whenever he goes up and he's trying to be aggressive. He doesn't force a challenge or a dunk that he knows he's not going to win. Instead, he just kind of turns around and focuses on getting back, and that's why you're not seeing a lot of Reciprocity get caught off guard with nobody in net.
Yeah. Very organized. You can see the communication coming out. A lot of times, players getting called off balls that they could have easily got to, but that trust in your teammates so strong here in Reciprocity. And it's been a slow burn for them against Complexity. Fruity now. This could be an opportunity. Off the back wall, Magnus had to go, and again, no second man goes from Reciprocity. So smart.
Yeah, because Farah, if he went for that challenge there, he would have gotten beat out. So instead, he waits.
Well,
and then
he got beat.
As soon as we mention it.
Great point, Turtle.
Thank you. Here comes Farah. I mean, he did a great job of being patient
No, you're
before,
right, you're right.
And then now he's, I just don't get it. I mean, he was super patient this whole game, and that's when they get caught off. I'm surprised, because I didn't think he was going to go for that.
So Complexity get on the board after we've complimented how organized Reciprocity has been. Maybe an answer here from Chaussette. It gets turned away by Magnus. Here's Fruity. It's time to go for Reciprocity now. You got to pick up the pace. 45 seconds left. Chaussette downfield. Flakes there to pick it up. Good first cut there from Flakes. He's still with the ball here with no boost. Steals away a corner as well. Just delaying and buying time now for his teammates. Greasy. Coming up on 20 seconds left. Reciprocity need to regain possession. Need to find something here, and that could be it. Farah just comes barreling through. Just can't find it. That one goes over Fruity's head, and Flakes gets the dunk onto the Reciprocity side. 10 seconds left now. Farah might be the last chance. Chaussette trying to pick this one up on the dribble. Opportunity across the net. It's popped up, and no one can follow up from Reciprocity. Greasy's going to get this one off the back wall and kill it, and Complexity take a 2-1 series lead.
Flakes, Greasy, and Magnus, they all bounce back right now. Flakes in particular, I thought did a solid job of being aggressive and stalling towards the end of that game. You know, he had a lot of solo plays where he was just in the defensive area of Reciprocity by himself. He did a great job of winning a challenge, having solo plays, and then Greasy and Magnus, they're just filling in on defense. Not a lot of mistakes. Now, I feel like early in the season, the backboard reads for Complexity had been rough from time to time, and just being positionally aware of when to go for it.
And just watching the replay there, Farah just beat out.
Yeah.
It's a tough touch to follow up on. Chaussette kind of got one that went backwards. Farah tried to make up for it. He was the last man, so he was kind of he was forced to go. At that point, Greasy was so quick to get up to that one, and again, a one-goal game.
And it's weird.
That's the difference.
Because literally just before that play, we saw Farah. He was third man back. He could have gone for some kind of challenge. He was going to get completely beat out by the defender. He just decided to wait, be patient, and then he won the next challenge.
So for Complexity now, again, one game away from coming back, or not coming back, but taking a series here. They've been here 3 times before now, and they've been able to take a game off of everyone they've played at least. So, I mean, they're getting into their series.
It's so close for them. It's frustrating because for them, I feel like finishing a series is really the only thing they need to work on right now. At this point, they've kind of molded their play style. They've found each other. They're finding the give and goes, the passes, the speed is there. The defense is now holding up strong for them. And now it just comes down to when it's on match point, can you keep the play style up and not allow the other team to get any kind of momentum?
And that is really the question. Can they keep it up? Because it's really not too bad from Complexity here, and Reciprocity are giving them the space to do what they want. We've seen a lot of times that Flakes is on the ball, and he's been able to beat the first defender, and there's this wide open space that he's been able to take advantage of. And Complexity are putting on the shots. They have the pressure there. They've got to convert. Something that Des talked about with shooting is that, you know, with the shooting percentages that they have, it's been really tough to say Complexity can be a top-tier team.
Right.
The chances are being generated, but they're not converting.
Yeah, and we're working on getting everybody in the lobby, starting it out and figuring things out there. We should be into the game shortly, but you're right, Corelli, and I think that with Complexity, you know, when you say Flakes makes that space, that's great because a lot of times with Complexity, I feel like whenever they're getting starved on defense and the pressure, and this is for any team, obviously, you know, you need somebody who can alleviate pressure. And it's interesting to see because I always feel like Chaussette with his dribbles out of the defensive area is somebody who can do that rather well and stall for his teammates to get boost in the backfield and try and find some corner pockets to kind of chill, maintain, you know, and give a big relief aside, or a big sigh, excuse me. So whenever Flakes can kind of dribble up, his teammates Greasy and Magnus can be in the backfield getting boost, recollecting themselves, and then getting themselves back in position to challenge.
And here, we talked a lot about Complexity here. For Reciprocity at this point, it feels like this is a very measured approach. I said it a couple times in that last series, and I don't know if it's just they're uncertain how Complexity is going to approach a play, or if this is how they want to play and they're trying to execute on some sort of game plan. Right now, it was fine up until they gave up their first goal. The problem is like, okay, you can go and you can control the game all you want and try and force your opponent to play at the pace you want, but you've got to score at some point. You can't get shut out here, and the one mistake that you have is the game changer. That's the difference here. That's the only difference.
That's it.
And so for Reciprocity, it's like, great, control the game all you want, but you got to score.
Exactly. And they did just that. They had a lot of pressure there in Game 3. Let's see if Complexity have what it takes to finish this out in Match 4. or in game 4, excuse me, at match point, or Reciprocity can bounce back.
Complexity been here so many times, and Farah with a big bump, and Fruity to score, but it's all set up by Farah.
Farah swinging by in the defensive end, just knocks Greasy to the other side of the pitch. Fruity's there for a finish, and that's a classic play that we've seen this series.
Farah, it's the intangibles of this man that has kept him in the game for so long.
Yeah.
Complexity now in the hole early. Flakes given away to Fruity. Tough ball to deal with here. Magnus does well. Flakes hunting, and he gives way for Greasy. Here's Farah. Tried to go over Flakes. Didn't get as much as he wanted on the ball there. Magnus has Greasy, and he pops it up. Reciprocity happy to see that one go to the corner. Flakes there to try and keep it on for Complexity. Now Magnus, first touch. Trying to go around Farah. Shot set. Big booming clear to the Complexity corner, and met by Magnus. Fruity tried to slow it up. Magnus again running out of boost. Can't catch up to that ball.
Yeah. And I think Reciprocity, it comes down to when they have two people up, sometimes that third man will get a nice, free, easy clear. And the two players who were committed upfield both turn back to go back for defense and get some boost. And that means whoever's clearing it as the third man has nobody to bounce off with and to find a pass with to connect.
Fruity off the back wall from the dunk. 2 go now from Complexity, but again, so measured here from Reciprocity. No one there to follow up. Magnus. Pinch out from Fruity. Great first touch there from Magnus.
Yeah.
But met by Farah. Fruity there to intercept, slow down the attack, and it's over to Farah, who tries to get to the shot set. Flakes. Gonna land on the one, and
what a landing.
Couldn't get the second touch. Complexity, though, are finding some more time here on the Reciprocity side. Once again, it's another game. It feels like Reciprocity giving away a lot of space.
Yeah.
And the speed from Complexity, able to take advantage of it. Flakes, quick to the ball. Shot set to bail out Fruity, and Fruity down the sideline. Reciprocity haven't spent too much time here on the Complexity side. This one coming across, and
nobody's there. I mean, Farah, the third man, he rotates in. He gets a solid touch off the corner, and yet nobody turns.
And a great touch there from Farah, but the shot directly at the defenders from Fruity. He did get both of them to jump. Shot set, couldn't put another one on target. Shot set, waiting for Fruity to come through. Off the back wall. Magnus there on the clear, no boost there from Greasy. This one dangerous as Flakes is forced to go. And Chaussette now a weak touch, and almost
the bump
missed there from Magnus, and Farah to come through. The bump, like you called out, goes through for Reciprocity.
Chaussette gets the shot on target, a double commit, and then there's only one player left, Chaussette. He snipes him on the ground. Another bump play for Reciprocity. They are taking advantage of basically Complexity not fighting back with more bumps. It's just really Reciprocity being physical.
And that's the game they want. And it's been working here in game 4. Flakes trying to do it himself. Magnus makes this one awkward. Chaussette and Fruity go. Flakes beats one into the corner and trying to keep possession here. Magnus just going to throw this one on target so that his teammates can get back. Here's Flakes. Saved away by Fruity.
Good speed.
And Fruity's downfield. Went to the right side, and it's just wide open for Chaussette. A 3-goal lead for Reciprocity.
I didn't see the open net at first, so I saw Fruity turning and was wondering what was happening, but it was literally just a free net for Chaussette, catching everybody off guard, and too much forward for Complexity. But they got to go for it. They got to be aggressive. 1 minute and 13 left. Push everything up. If they can get one here, they might have a chance.
Farah gets 2 to go on the back wall, and like you said, Turtle, for Complexity at this point, you're staring down another game 5.
Yeah.
As this one's going to go, and Farah just does it right in the face of Greasy.
Farah, the main aggressor, he goes in, doesn't get the challenge, and then he just follows up and stuffs everything he has in front of Greasy. That's going to secure this game 4, and we should be looking at a game 5 so long as Reciprocity can just hold.
3 goals in the last minute for Reciprocity. The offense really coming alive.
Yeah.
Magnus, 45 seconds for Complexity, and it's a tough ask. Greasy got away from the second touch, and Fruity gets a demo on Flakes, and for Reciprocity, lots of open space downfield. Magnus on the clear is met by Fruity, just intercepts it and puts it away. It's a 5-0 lead, but it's a great shot from Fruity.
And what a read from him as well. Going off the ceiling, he's got his flip. Just reads everything that the clear has. And that's going to do it. He's going to send it basically to game 5 here. And Complexity, like you said, they've been here before so many times. It comes down to finishing out a series at match point. Reciprocity, they needed to win this one. They're going to do so. And now they need to get a 2-win streak. But Flakes is going to try and start it out already here in game 4 to carry it into game 5.
Yeah, gets one here at the end. It won't really matter too much for the team, but hopefully boost morale going into game 5.
And I love seeing that. I don't want to see a player just kind of stop playing.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to carry some kind of momentum, and even getting a goal right there can just alleviate anything, because they didn't score at all this entire game, so putting one on net, subconsciously, it just helps.
5 goals for Reciprocity in this game, 5 total for Complexity in the series. Here's Fruity, 3 seconds left, see if they can get one more. And Magnus looking to let this one drop. It actually goes off his roof. So we'll go into 0-second time. And Farah's going to opt to keep this one up. Maybe one more for Reciprocity. Flakes, sure, why not? Play on. Magnus, he'll go downfield. At this point, Flakes better score it, and he can't get to it. And Reciprocity will take game 4. We go to game 5.
Complexity, I mean, at what point is it really a lack of, I mean, they didn't have a lot of openings. It's weird because I felt like Reciprocity, when they didn't find the opening, they forced it with those bumps and physical play, right? And when they did get those first 2 physical bump plays in, it felt like that's when Complexity got a little bit uneasy, and you started to see more of areas where Reciprocity could exploit.
And Farah taking a look at the replay again. Big bump play coming out, and the physicality that this man brings to the team is so important, and the setup so perfect for Fruity on the left side there. Comes through, clears out the defender, makes Fruity's job so easy.
Yeah, and it was like an instant change for Farah. I mean, he got the touch on the ball, the challenge, and then right away you can see, all right, taking off ball cam, I'm just hunting at this point, because it's not even a hesitation. You can already see in the way that he's challenging the ball and the instant switch that he knows he's going to go for a demo after. It's about planning that so that way you can get back in rotation faster. And Farah, he's been doing that all series, all season long.
And he popped off in this game for sure, but it is the facilitation of his teammates' success that makes him so good here in the RLCS, and you love to see it. He's a fun player to watch, and he's been fun in this series alone. He was a part of a lot of goals in that previous game, and for Reciprocity now, feeling good going into Game 5. What does Complexity need to do here?
It's weird, because I felt like whenever they had somebody going up top to find space and find an opening, that's when they could score. And Complexity, I mean, not really looking for each other. It's more of a focus on defense at this point than it is anything else. Once they do get on offense, try and connect some passes and not just only worry about those demos coming in from Reciprocity.
And remember, for most of the game in Game 4, it was just a 1-goal game.
Yeah.
So Complexity were able to hold off Reciprocity for a good amount of time. Great pass down, but Farah just couldn't get over it. This one pitched out to Magnus, pass over to Greasy.
There it is.
Immediately on target off the crossbar, and Complexity start off on the right foot.
That is what I'm talking about. Flakes with a good challenge in midfield. Magnus, he snipes Greasy in the midfield. Greasy just has an easy redirect with how much pace was put on the ball from Magnus.
So Complexity, great start to Game 5. See if they can keep it up. Now Flakes,
no way.
Again off the crossbar, can't get it.
That would have been a huge play for Flakes. Back-to-back goals. Unfortunately doesn't get it, but they're looking strong coming here in Game 5.
Speed has definitely picked up here. And we look to Flakes to be that man to put on the solo plays for Complexity. 2 of his goals so far in this series have been unassisted. And it has just been him taking care of business. Pass out to Magnus. Can't reach it though, Chassette. He'll pick this one up. Looking for the pass. Farah wasn't quite ready for it. He was still flipping to catch up to the play.
I think that does happen a lot for Reciprocity. Usually a pass or some kind of idea comes in where you see a teammate and you get the pass off, but it's the offensive line is not far up enough to follow that man who's rotating forward.
The ideas are there. The execution is not. Farah.
Big miss.
Open shot. Everyone diving across the net there for Complexity. Now Flakes gives this one away for Chassette, and he's got full boost. Magnus is trying to get the demo, or get the block, and he can't get it. Chassette takes it home himself.
And this is such a, just, you see this all the time. It's a classic play for Reciprocity, right? Because you got Farah going in for the demo. He opens up the space for Chassette, arguably one of the best dribblers in the game. And he almost always makes use of that space. The dribble comes through, Chassette, so consistent. Farah knows if he can just make that space and open it up, it's gonna be a goal.
Chassette gets his team on the board. So we're all tied up. Just over 2 minutes into the game. Here's Magnus. Complexity now looking to respond. This one's gonna go wide of the net, Fruity there. Now Chassette. Farah downfield. He's got Fruity in the corner. Not a lot of boost. Can't get the touch. Farah barreling through again. Gets a demo and a bump.
Look at all that space, too, created from the demo.
And Chassette couldn't do anything. Didn't have boost. And this one coming straight down. Breezy goes off his own post by accident. Bailed out by his teammates.
What
and a great read from Flakes.
Flakes seeing the pass, putting himself right in that open space, and gets a great interception, and now they keep the attack going.
Breezy, met by Fruity. Reciprocity are out. And it comes down to Chassette. Shot is on target, and again, it's Fruity coming through on the demo.
There it is, just opening up space for Chassette to do his thing. Fruity this time, chasing down the opponent, and Chassette, an upper 90 banger into the corner. And that's what it's been about finding demos, opening up the space. Chassette, and he's so good at making these high-pressure shots. I don't know what it is about him. It's naturally in his DNA to always make those.
Chassette has been able to step up time and time again for this team on multiple different levels. Here's Chassette once more, looking for a second touch, couldn't do it. Breezy there. Now Flakes. He's got no boost to work with, just trying to put it to space. Cut out by Fruity. Here's Magnus. To the Reciprocity corner, still going. Can't get to that one, so he takes their boost, and Reciprocity get out.
And I like Magnus' idea there. I think he was actually trying to find a pass for Breezy, but Breezy unfortunately had no boost, rotated out. And now a double commit. They just don't have possession, can't find each other. At the beginning of the game, that first initial pass was everything that Complexity needed. Here's another chance right now for Farah off the crossbar.
And Chassette there, perfectly placed, in a 3-1 lead for Reciprocity.
Chassette, the hat trick for him, coming up clutch in Game 5. 1 minute and 5 seconds left. A good setup from Fruity. Chassette so fast in the air. And right now, Complexity are on the brink of another loss and not being able to close it out here on match point.
It's been the same story for Complexity. They need a comeback here to write a new chapter. Here's Flakes. And Chassette read it perfectly. Flakes has been taking those balls over the top every single time, and that time he didn't opt to do it. And Chassette knew exactly where he was going.
And I really think you can see the physical plays affect the mentality and the respect that Complexity give them.
Complexity now, 30 seconds left to make the difference here. Magnus can't get the touch. Fruity, or excuse me, Flakes on the clear. Breezy, it comes down to Magnus. Not a lot of options downfield. It does come out to Flakes with the fake on the jump, but didn't get possession. And giving up, 10 seconds left. I don't think Complexity have enough time at this point.
Yeah.
Reciprocity regaining possession, and with 3 seconds left, almost impossible. Once again, Complexity fall in Game 5. Reciprocity move to 4-1.
And Reciprocity taking momentum, following up. And like you said, Complexity, they've been in this situation before, match point, but Reciprocity, they've also been in that losing situation where they need to build momentum out of thin air. They managed to do it here again in this series, and it just felt like Complexity, I mean, in that last game especially, they started out, you know, having everybody pretty much spaced out, right? But then towards the end of that final game, it felt like they were all just on the same line on defense. Nobody pushing forward, anticipating a clear, anticipating a hit. Maybe the demos, maybe the physical play started messing with their heads and where they were going to position themselves. But right now, it just, they weren't having confidence in their teammates. And Reciprocity, it was the opposite for them. They would have so much confidence, so much to the point where they could go for a demo, push all the way up, and no shot set's going to come in with a giant hit.
Last 2 games here between Complexity and Reciprocity. Complexity were outscored 8-2. And I think that tells us the story, and those 2 goals were split between the 2 games, so they only were able to put up 1. And the last one in the Game 4 was just a garbage time goal with 20 seconds left. So for Complexity, it comes back to the shooting, the converting.
Yeah.
They've got to convert their chances, and they didn't do it here.
Yeah, and when they do convert, it's pretty. It looks good. It looks
great.
It's nothing sloppy or short of a great play. They put one in. They can't find it all the time. It's like they have only like a one slot that they can use once in a series where they can really connect a pass, and they just got to do it more.
Well, let's put that series to bed, and we do here. Reciprocity taking it 3-2. We got another matchup coming. It's Dignitas and Mouse. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.